I am Filbert Alquiros, the CEO of Stallions Laguna Football Club. I grew up in Manila, but my father's from Quezon, my mom's from Leyte. So I grew up in Manila. Growing up, instilled values that this is what we have, so we should be happy with what we have, to work around things, to make everything fit. And if you needed something, you always have to work for it. Nothing comes easy. So we started in 1997. The second store was year 2000. I invested what we made in my house. We put up the first Gilligans. I had nothing for the next year, day in, day out. I would go to the store at 9 a.m. in the morning, go home when it closes at 2 a.m. every day. I had to sacrifice my children and my wife because this is where I put our family's money, investment. So I have to watch it. I had to protect. Because if we lose this, we lose everything. First store we had in Katipunan, Blue Ridge, Gilligan's there. So I studied, trained my people, brought them to Festival Mall. So we opened the next stores. Asked my wife, Jong, can you watch the store? Then she calls me all of a sudden. Phil, where are you? Hi, I'm here in Quezon City. We're full. There's about 50 more people outside. We can't sit them. Okay, call the house. We've got tables and chairs there. Bring them inside the mall. And from that day on, we did very well. I got into football. My first daughter, Nicole, placed her in football. She did well. She was playing okay. So I love the sports. I'd go watch the game. The next daughter came, Tasha, after 5 years. She put her also in football. Then my other son, Nathan, in Southridge, football also. So I put all my kids into playing football. I was friends with Sir Nonong Araneta. We were friends because my son and his son were classmates from kinder. So I started the football caravan going to Iloilo and Barotac Nuevo. I would bring the girls first and some boys. We went to Bacolod. But we organized it. Before we left, me and Nonong Araneta said word already to the different clubs. Boys ages 10 to 12, girls 12 to 14 years old. Asked the parents, we want to donate. We brought about 5 balikbayan boxes. We did this all with limited budgets that time. With the help of our president, Mariano Araneta. He really was a main factor here. As the kids were growing, they were called up for the national teams, for the under 17. Especially Natasha, my daughter, went up to the Malditas, now called Filipinas. There was really no budget for the women's. So they would tell us, we go, Johnny, President Johnny, there's a tournament here, women's tournament. You're not joining? We don't have the budget. So we would raise money just to send the women's team. We would have Phil foreigners, 2, 3 of them, 4 would join. We would do well, but still missing, something missing. So that's about what, 2010, 2011. Filbert, I have an idea. Come with me. We'll go to the States. I put up a camp. Let's just look at the Filipinos there in the States. Got blessing from the president. First ID camp. We're not prepared. Not much logistics. We just had a hotel, got a field. Girls show up. We were stunned. So we became like immigrations officers, just advising them. Okay, we joined the tournament there. We became champion. Despite that, these were girls from first time we met after the camp. What do you think? Ernie said, we can make it to the World Cup if we work hard for this. I go, I agree. So our target is the World Cup. We reported to the PFF, we can make it to the World Cup, and they start laughing. Oh, Johnny, what's your prediction? World Cup women's, nobody would believe us. We continue the program every year. We'd go to the ID camps. Me and Ernie would go. We had Trey, Coach Clint, and all the other parents supporting us there. That time, President Nonong, okay, we need a team. Filbert, Ernie, organize the girls. We have to go to the next level. We really need the funding. Will you allow Sir Jefferson Cheng to take over the team? Yes. We said yes. So Jefferson Cheng brought everything next to the next level, to the World Cup, everything, our dreams. First time I stepped in the stadium, I was in tears. Seeing all the Filipinos inside the stadium cheering. And it really broke my heart, and my children, they were crying. Especially Natasha. Anyway, yeah, that was something special, basically. And touching for all of us. Ernie was crying in Manila. Just to watch all the kids. Our president was crying up in the stands, seeing all the Filipinos cheering, basically. So Stallion started by Mr. J.R. Robles, so he's Attorney Robles now. Attorney J.R. Robles. Our president, Araneta, is from Iloilo. Majority of the players were from Iloilo, all of them. Iloilo and Bacolod. He asked us, Ernie, Filbert, can you help? Yeah, okay. So we helped manage. Sir Ernie helped coaching. That's how it all started. He put us up. Then that time I had restaurants. I was expanding. I'm blessed with restaurants growing. Why can't I help football? Because I felt that as I helped football, my business would grow. We continued the team. Ernie got his licenses to coach. So this is how our philosophy is. My philosophy before and up to now is we'd get players. But we'd like to get players who will go up to the national team level. So my business grew with football. And personally, because the way I manage things, I always tell myself nothing's impossible. I am running for president because I want to continue the legacy of Mr. Mariano Araneta. What he has done for Philippine football. I want to protect all his programs, all the things he has created, the image of Philippine football in the international community. He has done so many things during his time. Okay? Women's World Cup, the ASCALs, all other, okay, for first time as his legacy. So as his friend, I want to continue what he has done and protect the interests of Philippine Football Federation.
Why is Filbert Alquiros qualified to be the next Philippine Football Federation President? Because of a few things. One is continuity, the legacy of our current president, Mariano Araneta. We've known each other for a long, long time. Filbert and Mariano share the same vision as far as promoting, progressing, and improving Philippine football. You know, Filbert has been dedicated to doing everything he can for Philippine football since the day I've known him. From 2007 as being part of the manager of the women's national team, helping us create the camps in the US for the women's national team, to being the CEO of Stallion Laguna FC, to doing everything he can do for the grassroots, for the youth, programs. He doesn't have to make any promises. He doesn't have to make any claims. He doesn't have to say that these are the things that he's going to be doing if he becomes the president, because he's already doing it. He's been doing it for a long, long time. So imagine a person who's been very successful in creating his own business from the ground up. A husband, a father, a grandfather, children playing football. He's a football dad just like myself. Give him the platform of allowing him to grow the sport and allowing him to progress it from where our current president, Mariano Renetas, brought it up to. He's a very close friend of mine. You know, we've been through this since day one, through the hardships, through the impossibilities. But we looked at it from a can-do perspective. We've been rejected, we've been laughed at. It doesn't matter. We kept on going. You know, we've always treated the players of the women's national team, our youth players, our stallion players as family. And I cannot imagine a person more qualified to do this, to be able to continue the legacy of our very good friend. You know, we've supported him from day one, you know, and we'll always be there for him. He'll always be there for us, you know, from entrusting us, you know, with a team that, you know, himself and his nephew started in Barotac Nuevo, Stallion FC. You know, Filbert and I were entrusted with this club, you know, and now we continue to grow it. And that is what Filbert is all about. It's not a matter of what he plans to do. It's a matter of what he can continue to do, because he's been doing it with the passion, with the commitment, and with accomplishments. There's no one I could really trust more besides our current president, you know, than Filbert Alquiros, you know, to be the next Philippine Football Federation President. I will be behind him 100%. This is a family thing to us. Our children has been supporting him from day one and will continue to support him. Our players have been there since playing and will continue to support him. He's been working with the LGUs. He's always been the guy behind the scenes. I've always been the noisy one, and he's always been the quiet one. But believe me, from day one, everything that we've accomplished together. You know, we followed the path that our current president has put forth, and we've seen how we could accomplish this with his guidance and support. I wish you all the luck, Filbert. You know I'm going to be there for you. You know, no matter what, we're going to do this together, and a lot of people will be supporting you from now till we accomplish all these impossibilities that we've talked about since day one. My partner, my friend, I will be there for you no matter what. Good luck.
I'm Carlo Rodriguez, and I'm for Filbert Alquiros to be the next PFF president. And I'll tell you why. There are only two reasons. Unang-una, he has all the leadership and manager qualities and traits. And number two, he loves the game. Ano bang hinahanap natin sa isang leader? Lalo na yan, PFF president. Usually, the textbook or any leadership gurus will tell you, you need to have a vision. Kailangan may strategic thinking, may critical thinking, may passion for action, humble and brave and courageous, and at the same time, high in integrity. So, ang sasabihin ko sa inyo, may prueba ako. I'm not just talking about any textbook rule or some description of Filbert without any proof. Unang-una, si Filbert ay isang self-made man yan. So just imagine, Gilligan's Restaurant has now close to about 100 branches across the Philippines. You're talking about vision? Ayan na. You're talking about management, strategic thinking? Nandyan siya. And ang pinakamaganda doon, he has survived the pandemic. So that's the kind of leadership and management that you have. So kahit anong adversity, isipin mo napakahirap ng negosyo during the pandemic, and he has survived it. Number two, it's not just about his entrepreneurship and leadership sa Gilligan's, no, as an owner of Gilligan's. Stallions. Sino ba ngayon ang naiiwan? Dalawang clubs na lang naiiwan ngayon who are now member associations of the PFF. Dalawa na lang sa UFL. Lahat ng iba nawala na. And one of them is Stallions Football Club. And who owns it and who is the president? Kung hindi si Filbert. Gano'ng katagal namang Stallions? A decade? So nandyan siya for the past 10 years. Just imagine how much spending and investments and time that he has done for football, directly and indirectly developing the game. Nandyan yan. And that is Stallions. Who won the recent PFF U19 tournament? Stallions. And last year, who won the Division 2? Stallions. So you're looking at consistency. And even with Stallions now, they're now part of the Champions League. And that's an incredible feat for a pro club. So he has been there the whole time, being the president. So tingnan naman natin. Sabihin na lang natin, tapos na yung Gilligans. Another proof is Stallions. He's helping hand with the PFF women's program. And he has helped develop it. Isipin nyo na lang kung gaano ka-brave si Filbert. And that's one very important quality of a leader. And the vision. Isa siya nagsabi na itong women's, aabot talaga to sa World Cup. He had that vision and he had the bravery to pursue it. Ilang taon, pabalik-balik. No matter what anong binabato ko sa kanila ng mga obstacles. Tuloy-tuloy yun. Gilligans has continuously been helping out the women's program ever since. Yang kumukuha ng mga different Filipinos across the world because we know na short term, kailangan na kailangan para manalo at pumasok sa World Cup. Sino ba na gano'n yan? Ang isa dyan si Filbert. And he has been there. So you need the long-term vision, strategic thinking, nandyan lahat kay Filbert. Kaya yung second quality niya is all about loving the game. Ano yan volleyball player. Pero now, for the past 2-3 decades, he has been helping out develop the game, directly, indirectly. So if you ask me, when he's running for the president, hindi ito short term, hindi ito due to the campaign. Whether he wins or loses, nandiyan pa rin si Filbert and he will still be the president of Stallion and he will still lead and develop the game. That's what we're looking for. Yung may preba, hindi yung puro textbook at ikikwento during the campaign. Hindi ganon. Ang hinahanap natin, yung may foundation and who has been there consistently. Because this is the highest position ng federation in the land natin. So we have to be very, very careful and thorough and choosy. Yung may preba, walang gusot, may example of all the leadership qualities and all the investment into the game. Si Filbert nandyan na more than 2 decades. Nandyan na siya. And he has done an incredible job. Kaya kung tatanungin niyo ako kung anong hinahanap natin, lahat na kay Filbert Alquiros.